Okay, test. Is anyone here? Can I get a confirmation that the audio is working and you can see my screen? Okay, I guess not. That's fine. Everything should be working. So, okay. Got a reply. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, never mind. Hopefully everything will work just fine. Yeah, so this stream, even if no one watches it, should be / will be dedicated to the full stack JavaScript course that I'm building at js.coderslang.com. Here it is. I have created a fresh account here, so I will be starting from the very beginning. And I will hopefully run into some questions that you have posted on Twitter, Telegram, email, GitHub issues, and I will address them. That's the plan for today. Okay, so everything starts with some introduction. Our main character, named Hero, is waking up in some weird setting. He meets some friends, this guy, and yeah, they tell him that he was sleeping, she was sleeping, you were sleeping for you know, quite some time, and that the world has been taken over by the machines. And now the destiny of the world is in your hands, essentially. Cool, thank you. So you can hear me, good. Yeah, enter your name. Let's say my name is Jack, which is not, but I will pretend I'm Jack, and my gender is male. These 5 letters, okay? That's weird. But I will be Jack Jones. I'll click next. Name Jack Jones, gender man. Okay, some more intro is going our way. Some more intro. I will not bother reading this because it's not the main topic of today's video. Today's stream. Let's try to click next. Okay, the first contact lecture. Successfully logged in as someone. To continue, you need to configure CoderSlang extension in Visual Studio Code for practical purposes. Will you do it now or later? I highly suggest everyone doing it now instead of later. So yeah, just click now. If you're new, if you're just starting, click now. Then choose your operating system, which is Mac in my case. In yours, maybe Windows, Debian, Ubuntu, some Linux. But I'll go with Mac. There are some instructions. First of all, you need to install Node.js. I already have it installed, so I will not do anything here. But if it was not present in my computer, I would have to copy this into the terminal, just like this. Install Homebrew. This is not the Node.js. It's a tool that will later allow you to install Node.js. So I will hit enter here. says no such file or directory, something's off. Okay, no bin Ruby, that's fine. Because I already have brew. If I type brew something, it says, oh, you probably can't see this, right? Yeah, what am I doing? Sorry. Change capture. How do I entire screen? Yeah, what if I do entire screen here? Okay, so you should be seeing my whole screen here. Okay, fine. Now you see my whole screen. Yeah, so this is my terminal. I type brew install node, and the installation starts. Node.js is a tool that will allow me to run JavaScript on my computer. Not in the browser, but in a console. If you're not really familiar with what Node.js is and what NPM is and what Homebrew is and all these buzzwords, don't worry. It's absolutely fine. It's just some initial pain that you have to get through in order to continue. But it's totally fine if you have no idea what's going on. Okay, some stuff was installed. Yeah, then according to the instructions, you have to install the Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is a text editor in essence, but it's a little bit more than that. But for now, just consider this as a text editor, advanced text editor for programmers. We'll click this link, and for some reason it opens in the same tab. It's bad. I think we have to fix this. I think I have to fix this. Ideally, you would see something like this. Ideally, it would open in a new tab. Yes, I already have the VS Code installed. Here it is. That's what you see right after the installation. Now I need to configure the CoderSlang extension. Oh no, now I have to install the CoderSlang extension. Okay, start Visual Studio. In Activity bar, open the Extensions tab and enter CoderSlang in the search bar. Extensions, CoderSlang. Okay. Okay, looks familiar. Install. Now I got a new icon here. Now I can click Dashboard. It says, hello hero, please take your API key in the settings section at JSCoderslang.com to click Login and get access to the practical tasks. Another typo. Fine. Go here, click Settings, and here is the API key. I'm gonna copy it, click Login, paste the API key, hit Enter to confirm, and now I'm logged in, which is great. The next thing that I want to do is go back to the browser. I get a confirmation that everything was fine and the CoderSlang extension in the Visual Studio Code was configured successfully. Great, perfect. Let's get ready to move out. Next. Some more information about what we will teach in the course, what you will learn there. Can be skipped for now. Click next. Okay, some motivation on how you can become programmer. Global perspectives, high salaries, flexible schedule, some average salaries around the world for software devs. I'll leave it to you. You can study this on your own time. Yeah, so this is actually the first lecture that you really want to study. You want to go deep, and if you don't understand something, you can sort of skip it, but then there will be a quiz by the end of the lecture which you really want to get right. Otherwise it'll be quite hard to continue. So if you don't get something, go back, reread the lecture, and only then move on. We studied the lecture. We get some introduction to the binary system and abstraction. Some nice pictures. Some pseudocode. Binary search algorithm. Here it is. Looks kind of maybe tough, but yeah, just read it a couple of times and it'll settle somewhere in the right part of your brain, so don't worry if you don't get something from the first go. Okay, it looks like I have already passed this quiz. We'll take a quick retake quiz. And there are a couple of questions related to this lecture. What is the main limitation of binary search? The main limitation of binary search is that the data must be sorted. All questions are modeled to select, so you should choose all the right answers. The data must be sorted. Next. Which one is faster, linear search or sort? Okay, so linear search is quite a lot faster than sorting, because in linear search we just iterate over the array once. And when we sort the array, we iterate at least a couple of times. So linear search is faster. What is pseudocode? Pseudocode is machine code. No. A program written in a pseudo language. No. Immortality code. That's a good one, but no. Human readable freeform description of an algorithm. Yes, this is right. So we click next. What is the number? How is the number 42 represented in binary system? Yeah, to find out the answer to this question, I will take a pencil. Here's the pencil. And a piece of paper. And I will actually write down a couple of things. So I will start from right to left. From right to left, the first would be 0. Because the number 42 is even. Or maybe not. Let's do it differently. So the number 42 is not a power of 2, so there will be a couple of 1s in this number. The biggest power of 2 that is lower than 42 is 32. So we can write 32 plus. Then we have 10. Then 42 minus 32 will be 10. Yeah, I think I can actually maybe open some text editor. Okay, so 42 is equal to 32, which is a power of 2, plus 8, which is the power of 2, plus 2. And this is 1 for 32, then 0 for 16, then 1 for 8, then 0 for 4, then 1 for 2, and then 0 for 1s. So it's 32 times 1 plus 16 times 0 plus 8 times 1 plus 4 times 0 plus 2 times 1 plus 1 times 0. Okay, it was slow, but hopefully it will be helpful for you. Yeah, I think it's like this. Because here's how the number 42 is represented in the binary system. In decimal it's actually like 4, obviously 4 times 10 plus 2 times 1, right? Right, and we get 42. That's what we get. So 1 0 1 0 1 0. We go back here. We select this answer 1 0 1 0 1 0 and click next. If we use the English letters starting with A instead of decimal digits starting with 0, what will the number 24 look like? Okay, so number 24. The number 24 will look like, so A for 0, B for 1, C for 2, A, B, C, D for 3, A, B, C, D, E for 4. So the number at 24 will be actually CE, I think. CE. Select this answer and go. Which search is faster? Which search is faster in the unsorted data structure? Sorting and binary search executed in parallel. This is impossible. If the data structure is unsorted, then you cannot apply binary search to it. So we cannot run sorting and binary search in parallel. It's impossible. Linear search. Linear search will definitely sort the data structure. Binary search. As I just explained, if the data structure is unsorted, you cannot run binary search on it. It just won't work. Sorting and binary search executed one after another. Sorting is a more expensive operation than linear search, so definitely not this one. So we have just one viable answer. Go next. Okay, correct. 100% questions. Average response time 69 seconds, which is slow, but it was a detailed review of how you convert the numbers from decimal to binary, how you do some pseudo alphabet conversions in this question. Next. Yeah, it's another, I guess, not too technical lecture, but read it and you'll get some interesting insight into how to write code and why Visual Studio Code, which is this program, why it's great. the lecture ends with the fact that everything's bad, machines know our plan, and we must return to the 2021. Or maybe it'll be some other year for you, depends on when you'll find this video. But yeah, the path will not be easy, but you are our only hope. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Go next. Yeah, this is the first coding lecture. It's the first program. It's called the first program. Instructions. There's some intro, some information how you can write a program that prints some text to the screen. Essentially, the console.log is a command, and then you have the brackets, and then inside of them you write the text that you want to be printed on the screen. And the very first program will be just to print some very easy string. Open the instructions. Open the instructions. Read the instructions very carefully. Okay, now I see why you have been asking, where is the open directory button? Yeah, it will not be there before you have selected the work there actually. So we go back and we use the set work there button to select the directory that we will be using for our practice. I'll click create new folder and I will say CoderSlang, that's enough. CoderslangJS. Now that the folder's been created, I will select it and hit download tasks. Would you like to get new programmer tasks? Yes, I'd like to get them. New tasks 2. Now I have to click this thing, this icon, Explorer. Or maybe not. I have to just click Open Work here. And now I see the 2 tasks here. This is the code that we will run, and this is the task description. The task description is available in 2 languages, English and Russian. If you speak Russian, that's great. Just change the setting here. If not, just use English. It says that the program is already functional. Just make sure you have set everything up correctly by pressing the Run Your Code button. You should see the message Hello World on the screen. Then press the Submit Task button to verify the code on our server. If you see some weird errors or any other issues, do send us an email or a Telegram message. These are clickable links. If you have any issues, you can send us a message. So I follow the instructions, and I start by pressing the Run Your Code button. I see the message Hello World being printed. That's exactly what was expected here. What can go wrong here is that you can see something like, I guess, node was not recognized. Yeah, so something like this can pop up. This means that you have either not installed Node.js or you have not from here, node.js.org. So if you have not installed it, just get it here. Either version 14 or version 16, both will work. The versions prior to 14 may work, or may not work, so I really don't suggest. I really don't think that you should use them. If you have any issues with your operating system, then update it or switch to Linux if you can. If you're in Mac, no need to change anything. Okay, so if you get this error, if you get some errors here, do contact us. But before that, maybe just try to installing Node.js and restarting your computer. This should be enough to proceed with this task. We'll run the code once more. In fact, you can run it as many times as you like. It just executes this code from solution.js. It just executes the code on your computer. So if I type here clear, we'll clear the screen, run your code once more, hello world, put in the screen, everything is perfect. Now we need to, or you will need to submit the task for verification. Once you hit submit task, the code is being sent, this code, solution.js, it will be sent to our server, and we will verify that what you have written here is actually correct. So let's intentionally make some errors, like we'll type hello world, without the exclamation mark. We'll click run your code. It prints out the hello world without the exclamation mark. And now we'll try to submit the task. Thanks for some time. And yeah, I wanted to show you the error, but apparently just deleting the exclamation mark was not enough. Okay, we'll try it in the task 70 probably. Probably I'll be able to do some errors there. Task 70 is the second task. I can go back to the browser at this point, by the way, and just see the notification that I have successfully solved the first task. And now I can move to the next one. To get the task, I click download tasks again. Well, not actually necessary because the task is already there. And it says that I will need to write a program myself. I need to use just one command, console.log, and I should use it to display the text, I will become a JS developer in 2021. So I will just copy this text, copied, and now I will go into the task, solution.js, or maybe not, maybe I will open this one, read some instructions, then go to solution.js, and then change the code here to make it work like it should. Okay, so I actually need this program to print this text, and not this one. So what I suggest you starting with, and kind of always, just go to test.dsl and try running it. Try clicking to clicking run your code and see what happens. Now it's sort of obvious that it prints the wrong text. It says one day I will become a JS developer, which may be, good, okay. But we don't want to become a JS developer someday, one day. We want to do it, this year. Why wait? So I'll just replace this text with this one. That's it. Nothing else is required. And I will actually make one mistake here. I will remove the exclamation mark. I will remove the exclamation mark here and try to... First I will run my code, obviously. verify that it prints the message that I wanted it to print, and I will submit the task. Okay, I got some errors. And the first one is, well, first of all, we have a confirmation that the function print daily affirmation should print one string to the console. It does print one string to the console, so we're good here. Then this check has not been passed. The function print daily affirmation should print a string of length 37 to the console. Fine, great. Length 37, let's count, we can go and count these, there will be 36 characters. So we have not passed this. Let's actually just don't change anything and try to add one more character in the end. Let's add a dot here. Then go to test.dsl once again and go submit task. Okay, the status is still failed, but now it says that the function print daily information should print the string of length 37 to the console is green. So the length of the length of the message that we print out is actually correct. Now we need to make sure that the whole thing is correct. Should print the string that starts with I will become. Green, okay. The function print daily information should print I will become a JS developer in 2021 exclamation mark. Have not passed because it doesn't end with the exclamation mark. Currently it ends with the dot. So we'll just copy this text once again. Oh, and then it actually says that the console output should finish with an exclamation mark. Yeah, just go here, change the same thing with the exclamation mark in the end, and try to run the code, verify the output, click submit task. And patiently wait. Okay, now everything's green and the status is done. The task was moved to the done folder, which I have enabled here by clicking this check mark. Move solved tasks to the done folder. Now I go back to the browser and click next. I open another lecture and find another bug because this energy thing should turn to 0. Probably it will if I just refresh the page. No, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. Energy is needed to open next lectures. So you earn energy by solving tasks. One task is like 1 or 2 points of energy. And then you can spend it by opening next lectures. Here's, by the way, is the list of all available lectures. Lectures that are marked with this free label are actually free. Apart from this one, loops, you'll kind of get the notification that you can buy the subscription there. But that's just how it works. And then there's the backend level where the 4 lectures are free and some tasks as well. And there's a front end, quite a big level. On front end we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 free lectures there. If you have not subscribed yet, yeah, do try them out. Make sure you like the course, make sure you love it, and yeah, then subscribe. As easy as that. Okay, so we'll continue. Variables and constants. We read the lecture as usual. We study it very thoroughly. Then we take the quiz, or I actually retake it. Answer the questions. Answer correctly to 100% of questions. Great. Go next. And I get quite a lot of tasks this time. How do I get them? I get them in Visual Studio Code, same as before. Go here, click Download Tasks, click Yes, and get 7 new tasks. Okay, start with the first one. 81, go Tasks DSL. It says init a number. Take a look at how the variable m was created and initialized with the value 5. Create a variable n and initialize it with the number 10. Fine. Let n is equal to what? 5 or no, 10, right? The number 10. Okay, run your code. Nothing is happening because we don't output anything. If we were to add like console.log n console.log m, we'll actually see the output of 10 and 5. 10 and 5 appear here. And now I can refresh this page. See that the energy was, oops, something went wrong. Okay, something went wrong, but it's okay. Another bug report. Yeah. Never mind, this task is solved. There's quite a lot more available tasks. If I click next here, by the way, next lecture, without solving the tasks, I get the error, which says to open the lecture, blah, 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 you need 5 points of energy. I have only 3. So I go to tasks again and try to solve some more tasks. Take a look at a variable welcome message initialized with the value hello. Create a variable goodbye message and initialize it with the value see you soon. Okay. Let welcome message hello. Let goodbye message equal to see you soon. Good, done. Move on to the next one. Here comes the camel. A lot of times we need to fix the code styling in legacy projects. That's true. Apply necessary changes and make sure all the variable names are written in camel case. Yeah, we just try to submit tasks immediately without doing anything. We will see a bunch of errors here, probably. Surely. Status failed. Test suite reference or welcome message is not defined. Okay. So welcome message should be welcome message. Coding schedule should be coding schedule. Is watcher enabled should be true. Salary should be big. Submit. All good. Next task. Let's fix the errors. Someone scratched the code by initializing numbers as strings. Fix the initialization of variables x and y to make sure the number 4 is logged to the console. 2 plus 2, okay. Run your code. 2 plus 2, 22. Incorrect. To fix this, we remove the quotes and make numbers, make strings numbers. Okay, run your code. 4. Ready. Submit. All green. Fine, perfect. Let's reset this one again. Oh, goes blank again. Too bad. Energy 6, so it should be enough to open the next lecture. Oh, and I have some message that says that you can subscribe. Yeah, it's okay. This is okay. This is okay. We will not yet subscribe because I may not be sure that I want to continue actually. So I will just continue with free stuff. And there's a bunch of free stuff. Go next. Export in bigger projects. Okay. So actually, a lot of people are having issues with this lecture. Maybe because they have not read the content of the lecture too thoroughly, or just thoroughly. Or maybe because there isn't enough information. Yeah. So how the export works. Export is when you create a variable in one file, you say const something is equal to something, const something is equal to something, and then you add the keyword export. And then this variable becomes available in a different file after you add the keyword import and import this variable into that file. Never mind, just read the lecture. Make sure you understand it. If no, read again. If no, read again. Reread it. Post questions. Read word by word. Very slowly. Don't rush. Don't rush. It's important to grab the concepts from the very beginning. Retake the quiz. I failed it the last time, so let's try to take it one more. Which keywords can be used to export a constant and variables? There's an error. Export. Export const. Import from. Okay, the dot character, it means that the search will start at the current directory, in the current directory. Dots, one directory above the current. 100%, perfect. Okay. What I'm going to do here, because I don't have much more time left, I'll just, I think I'll solve a couple of tasks. So fix import, we'll start here, maybe with chalk. Okay, let's go to Visual Studio Code, download tasks again, download tasks. Download tasks, open Workdir, and go to task.dsl. Import constants. Okay, task 90. Import constants. Import constants from the file constants.js and log them to the console using console.log. Each console log should print a different constant to the screen. Fine. Let's go to constants.js first and see what we can import. So there are two constants. First one is called API URL, which is a string, and the second one is max threads, which is a number. We need to import it into solution.js, as is written here. Import, and then run the task and submit it. If we try to run the code right now, we have an error which says reference error, max threads is not defined. So we'll import max threads. We'll say import max threads from /constants. We need to add JS here actually to make sure everything is correct. Now if we run the code, we see the message 8, the string 8, the number 8 being printed in the console. Submit task for verification to verify our solution, and we will get the error because I have actually made a mistake intentionally, because the API URL was not imported from constants to solution. So I'll go here, I'll say import API URL, comma, max threads from constants.js, and we'll console log it to verify that everything works. Here's the max threads, here's the API URL, that's clear, and run our code once again. Here's the API URL. Here's the API URL, and here's max threads. Fine, submit task. All checks have passed, done, perfect. Now I want to find, task 92. Task 92 is a tough one. Okay, it's really tough, and I get it. A lot of you have issues with it. It says that you need to install the module readline sync and import it. But I get that there are problems. So if you don't know what readline sync is, you can go here into our blog, learncoderslang.com, and search for something that's called npm modules. How to find and install open source npm packages. Then once you read this article, you'll actually know that you installed the node npm package by typing this thing, and then you can use it in your code by adding as a dependency in package.json, which you may be totally unfamiliar with as of right now, but it's okay. You'll meet you'll encounter a lot of things that you're unfamiliar with. What you can do, first of all, you can skip this task. It's perfectly fine if you just skip it and come back to it later. Or you can go back to the lecture and maybe see if there's some explanation on how to solve this. We go current lecture and we check, okay, what's going on? Import, export, okay, chance of rain. There you go. Oh, for this lecture, you'll find the info you need here. How to find and install NPM modules, which is actually what we have just saw. And then how to import and use NPM modules. Study this and try to do something. Okay, so the problem that a lot of people have here is that they just type npm install readline sync and hit enter. Then something happens. It says added one package, blah blah blah. But this is not right. And the problem here is that you see this folder in node modules with the readline sync in it. It was installed, and then these two files, they were installed to the top, to the root of our working directory, which is incorrect. Each task is a separate project. So what we really want is to install it here in task92 folder. If we are to run this task right now, run your code, it will say error, const name reference error, readline sync is not defined. And then what I see people do is they actually go here into node modules. They see readline sync is here, okay. And then they start copying something from here to this task92. This is incorrect. This is very incorrect. So what you actually want to do is figure out how to install the readline sync module into this task92 folder without using any copying and pasting. So we'll delete node modules, move to trash. Move to trash these two files and this one. What we want to do here is we want to check where we actually are. We want to do clear, and we want to do the command pwd, which is print working directory, and hit enter. It says we're in our work dir, obviously. Now we want to change this working directory, cd, which is for change directory. So we just go cd task 92, hit enter. And now we're actually in this folder task92, okay? And what we want to do here now is type npm install readline -sync, hit enter. Added one package, and now we see that it was added in the node mod. The node modules folder was added exactly where we want it to be, in the task92. Let's open test.csl once again. It says the code is broken. You need to install the module readline sync and import it. Okay, so we have installed it. The first part is done. Only one import string should be added to helper.js. Don't change solution.js. Perfect. Don't change solution.js. Import ask name and grid into the helper. So we should import into the helper. Okay. Another issue that I see a lot of people make is actually writing something like import readline sync and basically here. So this will not work. You should be importing everything. You should be importing essentially everything at the very top of your file. So you go to the first line, add some, empty lines after it, and type import readline sync. See, it should be exactly this name. These should match. Import readline sync. Then you type from readline sync dash sync. Okay? Why is that like this? Because the module is called readline dash sync. You see? But we import this module into a variable called readline sync. And you cannot use like variables names like this in JavaScript. It will say, yeah, essentially there will be some error if you try to execute this code. So running your code, it says unexpected token dash. You cannot use dashes in JavaScript variable names, in 2021 at least. So you should do something like this, readline sync, and then use this whole module as readline sync. Okay, so now if we try to run our code, we'll see a prompt. Okay, I want to clear first. If we try to run our code, it says please enter your name. We'll try to enter our name, which is Jack Jones. Hit enter and see hello Jack Jones. Okay. And that's it. So key point number 1, make sure the node modules are installed into the task folder. Key point number 2, make sure you're not copying and pasting any third-party code. Any code that you have not written, never copy paste it into your projects. Never, just don't do it. Key point number 3, go into helper.js and import, start with on the first line and import the readline sync there. It should be imported exactly like this. Or you can do like readline, but then you have to change this thing here and say readline. Well, like RL you can call it, and then use RL. See, this is like the variable name. You can use anything. In this case, you can use import rline. rline.question. That's fine. No worries. Okay. Submit task. And see if we have done it right. Okay, there's a problem. But it's fine because we have not actually used the name readline sync here. We go back, we change the name of the import, change the name here as well, and resubmit the task. All green, done. Perfect. Let's maybe do one more task very quickly. And somebody said refactoring but hasn't finished it. Test 91. Check what's wrong, make necessary changes to solution.js. Don't move any files or folders. Solution.js constants config. Okay, so the constants, so the problem here is that the constants file is in the config subfolder and not directly in in the current folder. So we just add config/constants. Constants.js. And yeah, and then we submit the task, I guess. Now we try to run the code first. Okay, we get the error. Fine. What's wrong here? Config constants .js. Oh, okay. It's because I'm still in test 92. This is a weird error. Okay, so what I want to do here. Yeah, so the problem was that I have changed the folder to the test 92, but in order for everything to function properly, I should go back to the work tier. Okay. Okay. I'll screenshot this thing. Everything's green. Let's try some other task. Hello, green world. Okay. So in this task, I need to install the model Chalk and make sure that the message is logged in green. For the documentation, please visit Chalk. Okay. Okay. Chalk. I need to do the same thing probably. I need to go cd task 93. Now I need to do npm install Chalk. Now I need to use it properly. Chalk import, import Chalk. Import Chalk from Chalk. Chalk dot, okay. Green. Yeah, don't worry about the fact that I do these very quickly. I know all of them. So it can take you, an hour, 30 minutes to do these tasks. It's fine. Don't really stress it too much. It's important just, compare yourself with your past self, your current self with your past self, and not with other people. General life advice. Run the code. Everything is in green. Go in here and say chalk.rad. And run our code again. Everything will be red. This is how it works. Go back and change it to green. Green. Submit task. And everything worked. Great. What we can do now, we can go back to our lecture, see how much energy we have. Okay, we have 8 energy, so we can actually skip all the tasks and go to the next lecture. Study functions, and then follow the same basic route. So we always study the lecture first, then we do the quiz, then we retake it if something is off, and then we go to the Visual Studio Code, click CoderslangJS dashboard, download tasks, get new programming tasks, yes, new task 6, perfect for the new lecture. We go to the working directory, we open some task, and we do them. That's it. Let me open the chat, see if something's happening there. Okay, I have 3 viewers. So guys, if anyone's here, if anyone's listening, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, it's time to post them to chat. I will happily answer them. if you want to talk in, you know, Russian, Italian, some other language, let me know. I will I can switch for a couple of minutes, I think it's fine. Well, if not, then I guess I will just end here and upload this video to YouTube, where you will be able to maybe watch it later. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye bye.